You on a Wechter Wednesday. Doug Wechter will be with us during the 8 o'clock hour today. As he's had a bit of a cold, Aaron, but he's over it, and he's non-contagious. So I told him totally allowed in the studio with us this morning to talk some Rays baseball.
I was wondering if he would. I mean, I'm glad he's here because if he was in Toronto, I don't know if you guys saw on the broadcast last night, Ryan Bass. It looks like he's going to be potentially going up real high. I forget what the building's called, but he'll be
CN Tower?
Yes, thank you, Sam. CN Tower. He'll be just kind of hanging off of there. And I heard, I think it was Dwayne or BA said it last night, like they got scared just watching it, just seeing the video of it. I got freaked out too. So that could have been Doug Wechter if he was in Toronto.
Ryan Bass must be, must have some big ones because I wouldn't, like, you know me, I hate heights. I'm not doing it. I don't care how safe you tell me it is. Heidi had some movie on the other night when I came in the bedroom about a girl and her husband or whatever doing like rock climbing. And I know that was a movie, but this is a real thing people do. And I'm like, I don't know why.
They pay.
I don't know why.
They pay to go up there and do it.
You could tell me it's a sea of giant pillows underneath us, and there's a 0% chance that I will be injured if I fall off the side of that mountain.
100K?
Not doing it.
100K?
Like, if I'm guaranteed safety, I think I'd have to try for $100,000, right?
80% safety.
No.
500K?
No.
Sam's like, yeah, do that. I'll do it all day.
I need it for $100.
Yeah, well, listen, then you're with Ryan Bass. You guys get some Weibos. Me, not so much. I'm very much afraid of heights. So we'll get to the first place Tampa Bay Rays again. Doug Wechter joins us 8 o'clock. We'll talk a lot with him, and we can talk a lot with him about a lot of things, including Shane McClanahan.
Awesome.
He's now gone 4 starts without giving up a run. Last night did not give up a hit until the 5th inning. And I wonder, like, he gave up a hit right after a Junior Caminero error. And I wonder if not for the error, like, you never know. Like, you might pitch the next guy differently if there's not a guy on base, and maybe the no-hitter continues. He'll never, I shouldn't say never. Right now, they would never allow him to try to complete a no-hitter regardless. But he was outstanding, and he doesn't even get a decision because the bullpen and Junior Caminero gave it right back.
I'm okay as long as they win the game. That was impressive for them to blow it yesterday, a 5-run lead, giving up 5 with 2 outs to Toronto in that 7th inning, and then go on to win that game on the road. I was impressed with that. So that does suck for McClanahan. He doesn't get the win, but he continues the scoreless inning streak, which is almost at 22 innings now. He has been tremendous and different from what we used to see, the overpowering guy we saw before the injuries, and they talked about it on the broadcast, and it's awesome to watch him, evolve into this pitcher, and hopefully becoming the pitcher, the great pitcher, and not just relying on the overpowering stuff.
But then gets the velocity back.
Yeah,
right.
But don't rely.
Even more dangerous,
definitely. But don't rely on it. And the changeup, mixing that in there as he has, it's nasty. So I love what he's doing. I love what this team is doing to overcome that yesterday. I can't believe yesterday on the show. Yesterday, out of all days, I decided to go. Junior Caminero's defense is getting better.
Yeah, because
I said horrific yesterday.
I said, do we not see with Yandy once eventually this team will move on from Yandy Diaz? That's just the nature of the beast. When they do we see this guy just becoming a full-time DH? And you guys are both like, no way. And after what I saw last night, like,
you're right. Like, it's not great. There are sometimes I look at him and he makes a play smooth and fires it over to first base with his cannon of an arm, which he has.
By the way, every guy that gets a ton of errors also has very good-looking plays. They're Major League Ball players.
Yeah, but that is correct. But what they don't have, which Junior does have, not all of them have an absolute cannon. And Junior has a cannon. So
he's like the guy who throws 105 out of the bullpen but can't find the strike zone.
And I think there is some truth to there is a natural ability that comes with feeling a ground ball and making the throw that I don't know if Junior actually has that beautiful natural ability like Taylor Wall's natural ability.
It's like we were saying about different, like speed, right? Like some guys are just elite speed guys, but you can't really, but you can get faster, but you'll never be that guy. It's the same thing.
I think you can. I think it's different. Like speed is something that you just have or you don't have. You can get a little bit faster, but speed is something you don't have.
But that's the same thing we're saying about being a smooth fielder.
I think there is a level to it, but with practice, you will get better. You might not be perfect.
Better, but he'll never look like Taylor Walls with a glove.
Yeah, but comparing it to speed, it's like, all right, you can run a million hundreds, a million 40s, and you can stretch all you might get a little bit faster, but you're not going to get much faster. I think you can improve the glove greatly. I really do believe
We've seen that with Chandler Simpson this year.
It's a great point. It's a really great point.
I
Sam.
still think he looks like an adventurer out there.
No, he doesn't actually. Chandler does not look like an adventurer anymore. Chandler is floating like a butterfly to balls that he was not doing earlier in the season. That is incorrect.
He's gotten better, but there's been plenty of plays where he's got his eyes wide open like he's not sure what he's doing.
Fewer and far between than we saw before.
They're definitely fewer, right? But they're still happening. Like, he looks like a guy who's adjusting to being an outfielder,
but
which is fine. He's great in every other capacity.
But if he's gotten that much better, Chandler Simpson, in just this short amount of time, a couple months, at fielding that position.
I also think tracking a fly ball is easier than fielding a ground ball when it comes to like what we see from Junior, the way he's stumbling all over himself right now. How often do we see that from outfielders?
I think it's relative. I think it's, obviously catching a fly ball, tracking a line drive, a fly ball. There's so many different things. Like a ball that's hit on the ground in the infield is going to get to you quicker. There's not enough time to think and readjust. Whereas an outfielder, you can readjust, but that could be more difficult. I think guys like Cedric Mullins is a great example of a guy who makes harder plays. I don't want to say the hardest plays, but makes difficult plays look easy because of the way he just floats and glides and has a great first step and an instinct.
2 RBIs, by the way, in the third last night.
Yeah.
As well.
Also, they basically walked Williamson to get to him, and he put a poor at bat earlier. But I like I'll give him credit absolutely. I think I disagree with you with the limitation it seems you're putting on how much better he can get in the field, because he will not. I don't see him being this all-star gold glove third baseman. But I do see if he puts in the work, we could actually be looking back in a couple of years if he puts in the work and go, remember when Junior was making all these errors? Where was that guy? Who is that? That was a different guy. I think we could do that.
I'd be surprised to learn that he doesn't put in work there right now, and like a lot of it. Like, I think the kid's pretty motivated, and I think it bothers him that he's not good defensively because you can see it on his face, and it's so in his head right now, and you can see it. And he was looking at his glove last night after plays, he
was frustrated for sure.
There's no doubt about it. And I said to you guys before the show, like, as frustrated as he is, and maybe we are on that side of the ball for him, I'm not frustrated with him because I don't think it's an effort issue, right? If I thought he was half-assing it like he was in the 10th inning on his way to first base, it's a different conversation. But at the end of the day, I don't think in the field he's half-assing it, but it's absolutely in his head. And I said to you guys before the show, I also don't think what we're seeing right now, all of the errors, looking at the glove, the looking completely uncomfortable in the infield, I don't think that's who he is defensively either. You said he's got the yips. I absolutely think that's the case. It's absolutely in his head when you're looking at your glove and stuff like that. So as bad as it's been so far this season, I mean, 9 errors in 41 games.
But think about it.
Not good.
Think about how he had 7 so early, and then he went so long without. He was playing good defense. He was playing much better, and then it gets in his head. You're absolutely right. I think it gets in his head, and there was a couple balls that were just hard hit balls that weren't errors. And I don't fault any third baseman for not making those plays, just some bad bounces. And he was looking at his glove on one of them that took a hop off the infield, the grass starting where the dirt is. And he was looking at his glove. I'm going, Junior, that's not your glove's fault. Like, that was just a bad hop, bud. Yeah. It was coming at you hard. You olayed it, and that was it. But there was the one that clanked off his glove, the first error that you got to make that play every time.
Yep.
And then there was the next one that in a big moment later in that game where you're trying to get out of an inning where everything's imploding, and you range to get in front of your best defender in Taylor Walls at shortstop. Don't ever do that.
Yeah, and I get in the moment wanting to make the play, but you've got to understand where you are and who else is on the field, and the fact that Taylor's making that play almost every single time, even though we have seen an error from him recently.
I love that he's not scared to go after that ball, though. That he's not, he's got the yips, but at least he's trying.
You said earlier you feel bad for Shane McClanahan because he didn't get the win, even though he had a no-hitter going into the 5th inning, only gave up a single hit all night, did have a walk, struck out 7.
Did you say I did feel bad? I said I didn't feel bad.
Oh, I thought you said you did.
No, I said no. It stinks, but like I don't.
That's
I'm
what
more so getting
it
the
stinks for Shane McClanahan.
yeah,
Something
more
along
so
those
gets the
lines.
win. The win's the most important.
Exactly. Well, that's what I was going to say. Is like you don't have to feel bad or say it stinks for him because I think you could see after the game, like he had if you stuck around for the post game interviews, he was talking on the field after the game, and he's first of all, you can tell he's happy that he's not getting the questions anymore about being the story and how do you feel and like we're pretty much past all of that at this point in the season for Shane McClanahan, and he's thrilled about it. But he was talking about how much it was an awesome team win, and you could tell how excited he was about the win and did not care about the decision in the game. But a lot of sloppiness in the field again from Junior Caminero, and the bullpen was I'd say so last night. They certainly allowed Toronto to get back in it between Junior and the bullpen, and then it ended up being 5-5, and then they go into extras. And Taylor Walls, Aaron Jacobson, Taylor Walls base running ends up being the difference in the game. I crap on the guy all the time. I got to give him credit for the base running play in the 10th, which ended up being the extra run that allowed them to win that game.
And the base running play you're talking about, to be exact, is he's on second base. And there's a ball in the dirt on a pitch, and the instinct, and it's not a wild pitch, it's an instinct play of, hey, that ball's in the dirt. I'm going to get my ass on third base to make sure that if Jonathan Aranda hits a ball to the outfield, I'm scoring. And by the way, Jonathan Aranda hit a ball that almost went out of the yard.
I thought it was gone off the bat.
Incredible play in center field, and Taylor Walls puts himself in that position. So absolutely correct on that, Pat. Taylor Walls doing different things to help this team out. It was Ben Williamson who's hitting the ball much. I love what Ben Williamson's doing. How about Ryan Valade yesterday with a rocket shot to left field?
Yeah.
Absolute no doubter. Nick Fortes, this catching position I'm happy with. He had another good challenge yesterday too. I like this team. I like this team. I love this team.
How could you not right now? 28-13. If you're a Rays fan, you can't help but love what you've seen recently. They're just absolutely on fire, and it's a lot of fun to watch. And